I'm a very busy, real busy young man. Like, um, I just came out with this title because I really want us to know. I really want our people to know what we caught up in. We're caught up in a lot of nonsense. Here's the nonsense that we caught up in: people, places, and things. In school, we call those nouns, right? We're caught up on people, places, and things. If you look at that, that's the number three. Our people still stuck in 3D. 3D, you ask, what is 3D? The third dimension, one of the lower levels. It's okay to get caught up or still being in the 3D. I mean, as I say, it's okay to get caught up because it's a part of your learning experience. But see, neither here or there. We stay in 3D too long. We stay in 3D too long. And one of the things that I want to say, well, a couple of things I want to say about 3D: people, celebrities, athletes. Okay, celebrities, athletes. I'm just naming them. Places, malls, you name it. Places, Dubai, you name it. Things, materialism, money, which is everybody need money. Name brand clothes, name brand, all that stuff. That's things. Jewelry. I mean, I can go on with the things right now. You need those. We're stuck in those three things. Meanwhile, we're not looking at the last two, which make it five: your spirit and your soul. Your spirit and your soul is not what we focused on. We focus on those three, but forget about the spirit and soul. You know why? Because with those three, our people sold their soul and their spirit for those three. Instead of building a network of people that have at least those three things and then bring forth people that are spiritually aware and they come together as a conglomerate. You have something to give to them spiritual people and material people that have all of you have something to give them and show them how to get it. Those that's in the 3D are successful. Guess what? You need those that's in the spiritual because they're here to help you with your soul and your spirit. Brothers and sisters, those that have that the finances thing going on, they need you to teach them about spirit and soul. A lot of them. I'm not saying all of them. And that's how we really need to build a network. We had to come to an agreement on how we're going to do this and plan it right. And plan it right, man. I mean, we are so caught up with this BS because the whole Nasara thing is also happening too. It's happening. It's already been in full effect, and we're not seeing it. I talked about ancient spiritual practices for a reason. The point for that, we need to go back to nature. That's all we really have. Because honestly, the dollar is no more. Instead, they give you Bitcoin. What if I tell you that I'm melanated, so called black people, your melanin is worth more than gold and silver? And that a reason why a lot of our children, women, and men are missing their organs, even their skin, is put on the black market. And guess what? Bitcoin is connected to the black market. Instead of us focusing on how we can build things that we once did, we want to be like those that are in power. We want to have the name brand. We want to be somebody. Like Jesse Jackson said, I am a somebody. I am a somebody. You are someone. You're someone who has a soul and a spirit. You have the power to make things manifest. It's called law of attraction. But those that are melanated, you need to know your power. You need to know your power. Not abuse your power, but use your freaking power. Instead of getting caught up with the madness and the nonsense, use your power. And what is your power? You have the gift and the power to make things manifest whenever you want to. You are the mothers and fathers of civilization, and you're letting shit go out of. You're letting things out of hand go out of hand. Because you know one thing, we're scared of. A lot of us are scared of death. When death is a part of your transition, that's why you gotta do what you gotta do here. When you activate those chakras and so on, and you go into the ethereal realm, you start seeing your ancestors. Look at the movie Black Panther. I sit here and I think about how we can build a network. First thing first, you gotta put the egos to the side, men and women. Second, we gotta come into a compromise. Three, we really have to stop talking and doing what we gotta do. Planning should have been one, but planning is also using strategy, being strategic. Being strategic on what move to make and what move not to make. You're playing chess, not checkers. There's a reason why they call this the Matrix. You can't save every and anybody. But all you can do is plant the seed. But back to what I was saying. Planning, strategizing, recruiting, recruiting, and demonstrating and giving the plan that was given to you, where y'all can sit down at a round table and find out who has what strength and what weakness and who is good at what field and so on, and then that person master that field, and then you have yourself somebody that's a part of that department or that field that's great at what they do. That's how you do it. There's no I in team, there's no leader, because everybody is his and her own leader. It's just that you have to start finding out the difference between assets and liability, and then build from there. It's funny when I do like this, the light shines, right? Anyway, that's what you do. See, I've been said that me and the brothers, we have a channel, which we do. Coming soon, though. You about to see some real stuff. But I just want to share that we got work to do instead of just talking shit and talking about people, places, and things. That's where we fucking caught up at. People, places, and things is where we are freaking caught up at as a people. They say there's no hope for our people. You know what I say? It is hope. You look around you, all lot of immigrants are coming and they taking your jobs, people, so-called black people. You're being replaced. You're being replaced, but yet, guess what? You don't have your own network. That's why we gotta build our own freaking network. Everybody else is doing it except for us. Why? Fear is the reason why. Fear and failure. Not knowing how things work. Not picking up a book and read. You're doing everything that the people that kept you oppressed. You kept that here subconsciously. You don't want to open up your mind, open up your eyes. What if I'll go ahead and turn the camera around where you can see? Where you can see the goddamn people moving back in the city that was in the county. And to see, I have a brain for because there's a word for it. That's why I'm shaking my head. I talked to a brother in D.C. today. Today. D.C. used to be black. Guess what? They moving all the black people out of freaking D.C. and moving all the goddamn Latinos and also the Caucasians back in D.C. and moving your black ass out of D.C. Ladies and gentlemen, this was done by design. It was done by design. Because you gotta look at it, melanated people. Do you even know your power? You know your worth? Everything is built around you and your energy. They moving you in the suburban area. Guess what's going to happen? Soon the suburban area is going to look like the inner cities. Yet we don't have a network to build and start coming together as one cohesive unit and start learning how to financially rebuild everything. It starts. He can start with one person, then two, then three. We have to start looking at that. This is how serious this is, y'all. And it's like we are not looking at the consequences of repercussions. We're so quick to help everybody else instead of helping ourselves out. And Bobby Hemmett said it real clearly, said we're not going to come together as a people. And I believe it now. It's too many egos. It's like when these circles are created, it's like the brothers want to know where the women at so they can impress the women and vice versa. Man, let me tell you something. All that stuff need to come later. We got some shit to do. We got things to do and things to build up and stop trying to sleep with her, him, and all that. We got too much to be worried about. That goes back into what? People. If you start looking somebody at the start building something, that's on y'all. But right now, we got some things to do to survive out here. To survive out here. Brothers, sisters, get a trade under your belt. Get a trade under your belt. They kept us from that. Remember that. They kept us from getting trades because you got to remember all this stuff was done by design. That's why we need to build a network so we can start doing what we got to do and stop playing games. They do this on purpose. But neither here or there. Hopefully, next time I do talk about building a network, we get more subscribers. And I'm trying to tell you, a lot of our people need to stop playing games because it's not a joke out here. I love you all, man. I ain't going to stay on here long. Peace.